Hello everyone, welcome to EDC Glue and Gears. Today we have a Sofirn light. So this is SR15 and this has quad SFT25R. So this is going to be a very interesting flashlight. So this can produce around 4500 lumens of max brightness and it can throw up to 510 meters. So that's something really good. So let's quickly see what we get. For moonlight, we get 1 lumens, which can run for 410 hours. It can throw 6 meters. Low, 70 lumens, which can run for almost 18 hours, or rather just keep it 17 hours. Medium is 500 lumens, which can run for 5.5 hours, which is excellent. On turbo, it's on high, we have 1500 lumens to 1000 lumen. I think there's a step down, yes. So 1500 lumen will run for 3 minutes and then it will step down to 1000 lumen, which will run for 2.5 hours. And turbo will run on 4500 lumens and then it will step down to 1000 lumen after 1 minute, and it will glow for 1000 lumens for 2 hours, which is excellent. So let's quickly unbox this and see what we get. So Sofirn has a very nice simple packaging, but if you see, the quality of the packaging is really good. The basic information is always on the front side, which gives you the exact size of the flashlight and lumens and throw with the model and then your specs. So that's something which I really like. This is something similar to Workhorse. Okay, so we get the user manual. So please do go through it so that you don't miss out on any of the feature. Then we have the standard lanyard with 2 O-rings. We have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, and I noticed that Sofirn does provide USB-C to C, which is excellent. And then we have the flashlight. So let's keep this aside. All right, so this is SR15 and this looks good. So the in-hand quality or the in-hand feel is good. It feels it is built like a tank, and this cross-hatched pattern feels good, grippy. It doesn't hurt your hand, so that's good. So you do have a removable clip. It's a one-sided clip and it's pretty stiff, so this is going to stay there for a long time. Also, you have a lanyard port here. You can mount your lanyard on this hole. So you do have a button which is flush to the body, and then we have a USB-C charging port, which is always welcome. And by the depth of this, this gives you a good confidence that this will have a good dust and water protection. And here we have the SFT25R, the quad setup, which looks really good. So I do have few other flashlights, so I'll just bring them. So let's quickly see some known figures. So this is Workhorse TS26. This is Olight Seeker 4 Pro. So you can see it's pretty much in the same ballpark of the size. And if I have to get a non-quad setup, then this is TS28. So let's quickly see from the top. So these two have quad setup, but they have a TI lens, but SR15 doesn't have a TI lens. It does have a conventional reflector, but it is set up slightly different. So here we have the size, and all these are 21700 cell. So let's get these back. Let's remove the battery insulator and see. Okay, we have to open it from the front side. Okay, the spring tension is really high, which is good. So you have a very strong spring down there. And then we have a standard Sofirn 21700 cell, which is 5000 milliamp hour rated, which is good. And then we do have a spring down there, and the thread quality looks good. So let's see how difficult is it to put it back, because I can easily feel the pressure. All right, so let's quickly see what we get. All right, so if you press and hold, gives you a moonlight. So you can see this is the moonlight. I think this is 1 lumen. Then press and hold, goes to low, medium, high, and double click turbo, and it's damn bright. So this is 4500 lumens and I can already feel the heat in my palm. So let's go back. So you have from off, if you press and hold, gives you moonlight. You can barely see it. Press and hold, cycles through all the brightness. Now this does have 2 different ramping mode. So right now this was step ramping, which is pre-configured brightness. And if you press 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, now you see the blink. Now we are in stepless ramping. So power on, we are in moonlight mode. Press and hold, it cycles through its brightness. It goes up, press and hold, goes down. And let's see if we, okay, if we stop and redo press and hold, it will change the direction of going low to high or high to low. So right now I want to go down. So immediately if I leave and press and hold, it goes down. That's really nice. So double click gives you a turbo. Triple click gives you strobe, and this is a variable strobe and not a fixed frequency. Double click. This is your SOS, and this is in full brightness. It's not like toned down brightness, it's full brightness. Double click. This is your beacon. Excellent. Amazing. So I really want to go out and test, and the moonlight mode is so low, I didn't realize that the flashlight is still on under this light. So you can see it is still on. So click, switch off. Yeah. So one more thing which I wanted to say is that this particular flashlight can be used as a power bank. So let me grab a cable and see if it does. So let me grab this HD05. Let's see if it charges. So yeah, we do have the battery connected. So will it fit? No, it won't fit. So we need a thinner head. I think we can use the one which we got in the box. So this is one thing which I don't like about most of the flashlight, that the port is so tiny that unless and until you have very flat cable, you won't be able to use it. So let's connect it to HD5, and we see it is charging the HD5. That's good. That's really good. Unfortunately, I can't use this because this is kind of a lanyard holder. So I can keep this, sorry, not this way, yeah, this way. I can keep it attached to the flashlight. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use it because the head is slightly on the thicker side, so it won't fit. It won't fit. So that's one downside. And yeah, I don't know what to do with this, because I can have a USB-C extender, but that's one small piece to carry extra. But yeah, I can confirm that the power bank feature works. All right, so let's do one thing. Let's quickly go outside and see how this performs. This is Sofirn SR15, which comes with a quad setup of SFT25R with smooth reflector, and I really like this particular reflector. So let's start. This is low, medium, high, low, medium, and high. And with high, I can already see the end of the park. Wow, that's really good. I can tint the last tree, small pole, second tree, and the first tree. This is not even turbo. Double click, this is turbo. Wow. And you can see there's a small butterfly like artifact, but it is not going to affect your visibility. So I'm just rotating the flashlight and you can see it's like either you can call it a flower or a butterfly. I just call it a butterfly. So it's extremely outside of your beam profile, so it's not going to hamper your vision. And this is right now in turbo, and my goodness, this can throw. I did not expect. So I'm tinting the third tree. You can see from the base to the top of the tree, and we can easily see the boundary of this park. Here we have the small pole, second tree, and your first tree. And the best part, it is still holding the brightness in turbo. Wow, that's really nice. So let's go to low, medium, high, and if I click 4 times, it goes to smooth ramping. 1 2 3 4. Now we are in smooth ramping. The only thing which I noticed is the ramping pace is really quick. So you can see, pressing and holding it, the speed it changes the brightness is really quick. So you might find it slightly difficult to find the sweet spot for your brightness if you want infinite control of your brightness. And if you don't want to go through this entire shenanigan, you can click 1 2 3 4, go back to your stepped ramping, and you are good to go. In stepped ramping you won't get turbo unless you click twice. So this is turbo. Wow, this is really nice. You can see the border of the park. This quad setup is really good, and I can feel the hair is getting really hot, but it is still not very uncomfortable yet. But I really like this the border design or the artifact. It feels like a flower. Anyways, so coming back to the point, so here is your first tree, second tree, small pole, and the fourth tree. Now I can see the brightness is dropping down a little bit, so double click. So it is dropping a little bit, but it was around 2.5 to 3 minutes after it started dipping, because the head got hot. I think the temperature control is kicking in and reducing the brightness. So 1 2 3 2 3 4 goes to smooth ramping. 1 2 3 4 step ramping. 1 2 3 gives you variable strobe, and I'm really impressed with this particular flashlight, which is Sofirn SR15. So let's get back inside. Okay, so you saw the beam shot and it was good. It was really good. I had no expectation. I just went without any expectation set, because that creates a very wrong impression. So, but I think this flashlight, which is SR15, was executed really well by Sofirn. They are using this SFT25R in this quad setup rather than using TI lens. I think that's a really nice move, and this creates a really good beam pattern. Let me quickly give you a. So you can see it has a really good hotspot. This is the hotspot, and this is the spill. And outside the spill, you have this butterfly or a flower kind of pattern, which looks really nice in real world. It doesn't hamper your vision at all, but I think this looks really cool. Apart from that, I don't think there is any problem with the and this is not a problem. This is an artifact which is bound to happen because of this quad setup, but it looks really cool. It doesn't hamper your vision, but it looks really cool. And the execution of these quad setup is actually very good, well done by Sofirn. So hats off to Sofirn for getting us such a compact thrower. I was not expecting much of a throw, but it does throw really well, and it creates a nice spill so that you can have a good peripheral view apart from what you are pointing at, right? So that's really good. So just keep in mind that if you are pushing in this in turbo, it is going to get hot, because these four SFT25R, when they are pushed in this small head, it is going to generate a lot of heat. So just be mindful about that. Apart from that, I think in level 2 and level 3, most of the work will be done, because that's plenty bright. And after using for such a long time, I don't see any drop in the battery percentage. It is still showing as full green. So I think the emitters and the driver is pretty efficient, that even after the torture test which I was doing outdoor, it is still probably holding more than 70-75% of battery. So that's really good. So yeah, this is SR15. Let me know in the comment if you like this video, if there's any other flashlight which you want me to give it a test with this flashlight. If you have anything to suggest or any feedback, please let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share it with your family and friends so that we can grow together. So thank you so much for watching. You have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.